What up, people? It's me again. Welcome back to another episode of Walks with Kayla. Hope you all are doing well this fine Wednesday morning. I had to think about it. Wednesday morning. So, I'm all over the place. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Moves never stop. So, today, what I want to talk about is own your shit. Like, own the shit that you do. I'm so tired of people expecting me to come down to your level and not only help you out and bring you up. No, not even help you out. It's like you want me to go down to your level and stay there and lower my expectations of what I have for my vision. I'm not going to lower the expectation, lower the requirement, lower what I want for fucking anyone. I'm not going to my thing is, own your shit. If you can't be at my level, don't play at my level. Don't pretend that you can do it. And then when you are proven that you can't, you try to make that shit my fault. How is that my fault? How is it my fault that you can stay and operate at the same level I stay and operate at? How is that my fault? How is that my responsibility? Remember what we said yesterday. The only person who's your responsibility is freaking you. You're responsible for who you say you want to be. You understand? And I don't understand where people are like, oh, you expect too much from me. Okay, then you don't need to be with me. It's literally, I'm telling you, the more I grow and the more I heal and the more I'm just like, and I start really thinking and stuff, I'm like, why am I always the one in trouble? Because someone else can't live up to their expectation. I think expectation is the wrong word. It's like, the only thing I can say is like, own your shit. If you're not good at something and you want to stay where you're at, learn what you need to learn. Grow and evolve into what you should be, to be and operate and function at the level you're at. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime I start a new job, for the first month or so, I really don't say nothing. I don't say anything. I sit, I watch the people, I watch the culture, I watch how they move because I want to be there. You understand? I watch the high performers. I always stick with the high performers. That's going to be a video for another time. I always stick with the high performers. If you're a high performer and you're a go-getter, then I chill with you. I don't chill with the people who are like, oh, I don't want to be here. I hate this fucking job. Bitch, if you hate this job, you hate your boss, leave. I don't understand why people are like, oh, I like it here. You obviously don't if you can't operate here. If you can't operate at this level and you don't want to grow and come up to this level, then leave. Leave and go back to the level where you're supposed to be at. It is not our responsibility to hold your hand, pull you up, make you feel important. No, this is not kindergarten. This is business. This is life. This is life. There's no, and life, that bitch got hands. You understand? You can't be just like, oh, I want everybody to cater to me. I want everyone to take care of me. No, that's not how to work. That is not how life works. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. It does not work like that. And it is not my job or anyone else's job, your spouse, your family, your team at work, your boss, the owner of the company. It is not their job to teach you. It's your job to learn. It's their job to make sure there's opportunities for you to understand, for you to learn. You understand? Same thing with your spouse. I'm not just talking about one thing. This is I cover every freaking area of life because there's so many of them. You understand? And it's just like, we are not kids. You know, they're kids walking around 13, 14 years old that needs guidance. You know, I sat down with my kid yesterday and I explained to him, I said, you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. Because if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, you're not going to want to do it. And you're not going to value it. And you're not going to put the energy into it that you should put into it. You understand? So I told him, I said, you have to understand why you're doing what you're doing. Because once you see, like, damn, I really don't want to do this, then you have to deal with the ramifications of you not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Then you start to get kicked out of places. That's what I explained to my son yesterday. If you don't operate at a certain level, after a while, you're going to get kicked out. The people around that is on that level is going to start to notice that you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to handle this. And then you're going to start to bring the entire team down. You're going to make the environment toxic. Trust me, I've been in this situation more times than I would like to admit, you know. But what I learned is when motherfuckers show you who they are, you need to believe them because they're not going to change for you. People don't change unless they see a need for them to change. They're not going to change. You understand? They're not going to change because you cry, because you complain, because you go around trying to make everybody on your side. They're not going to change. And at some point, you have to be like, yeah, it's time to separate. It's time to cut ties. It's time to move the fuck on. You understand? It's like all those things. And you have to always, I try to always look at myself first. I was taught that. Before you start popping off and talk about this person is an asshole, this person's this person's that, I always look at me first. Keisha, could you have done this differently? Could you have, what could you have done to make sure this doesn't happen? You understand what I'm saying? What's your part in it? Because there's always two parts. It's not just one person. It's never just one person. But after a while, if one person is holding up their end and the other person is like, no, I want to do what I want, it's not going to work. One person compromising cannot make a relationship work. If one person is like, okay, I have expectations that are up to here, but you can only meet me up to here, and they're willing to have that deficit, you need to keep them. And they're willing to teach you, help you, raise you up, all that shit. Those are the keepers. I don't understand humans. I don't understand the people in this world. It's like, if that person is allowing a freaking deficit, especially when they're high-performing people, and they're like, you know what? I know, you need to get ramped up, or you need more education, or you need to know how to love a little bit more. I'm willing to put what I need on pause. What I'm not going to do is just completely live forever in a situation where I'm constantly unhappy and I'm constantly frustrated and I'm constantly pissed off. I'm not going to live in that situation because it's not healthy for me. And fuck you if you think that I should sit and live in a situation where I'm not happy just to make you happy, then my life is about you. You understand? And one thing I know, my life is definitely not about you. My life is about me and what I want to do with my life. You understand what I'm saying? So, do things today. When people show you who they are, you need to fucking believe them. I know that's like the cliche thing and everybody keeps saying it, but it's one of the most truest statements I've ever heard in my life. Also, when you have expectations for yourself, I still say expectation is not the right word, but when you have expectations or you have a vision, I should say vision, when you're the leader and you have a vision, because you are always the leader of your life, whether you work for a company, whether you're married, whether you have children, whether you whatever, you're the leader in your life. What type of leader are you? Are you a leader that makes excuses and blames everybody else for your shortcomings instead of going and looking at the person in the mirror who's actually fucking up, and instead of blaming everybody else? Or are you that person that no matter how much people try to work with you, there's always a fucking issue. There's always, oh yeah, I can't do this. And is your middle name I can't? Is your middle name, oh yeah, no? And it's like, nobody wants to be around that type of person. In any area of life, does anybody want to be around that person? So yo, there goes my bus. Stay up, stay blessed. Thank you for watching. Deuces.